Well, hello, listeners, and welcome back to Run Brevard, Running Zone's podcast. This is our October 2020 edition, and we are so happy you're here with us. I am one of your co-hosts, Katie Parsons, and I am here on Zoom, socially distanced, with my co-hosts, Pete Vaughn and John Carr. And we are happy to see all of you again. And if you're listening on Libsyn or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we're happy to let you listen to us, I guess. But you can also check us out on YouTube at runbrevard.com. Anywhere you listen, make sure you leave us a comment and a 5-star review.
Yes, please.
Yes. So good to see you guys. I actually have seen you recently. I saw you at the Red Carpet Run, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. But why don't you go ahead and catch up our listeners and viewers on what you've been up to? Let's start with you, Pete.
Oh, just the usual. Working and stroller running. I attempted to start Run Destober, and I made it, I don't know, a couple days before the miles got too much for me. And then I started substituting minutes and Ks, and I just ran out of time. And I never actually intended to keep up with Des with what she's doing, but I'll just keep my regular
What is she doing,
runs.
Pete?
Yeah, what is this? What is this all about?
So she's running. So on October 1st, she ran 1 mile, and on October 2nd, she's running 2 miles, and thereon and therefore. So she's going to go in succession all the way up through the month. So she had like a little social campaign going for it. If you just run every day, or if you run that number of minutes, or you want to try and keep up with her, and that last week is going to be pretty tough. Even for her. So
even just the last 2 days, 30 and 31, that is brutal.
Yep.
Wow.
I think there's going to be some doubles and triples in there, but still not for me.
So you made it, what, 10 days, 8 days? How many days?
Kind of 9, right? But 9, we couldn't figure out how to work a 9 into the run somehow.
Yeah. And then on the 4th, when we were doing Red Carpet, I went for a 4-minute run while we were there at the race site. So that doesn't really count. But,
I think that counts. Okay. You were working and running, and you
fair enough,
figured out something with the number 4. That's a lot of brain power right there.
Aside from, I think Saturday is the first day I actually didn't run. So
I get it. So she's really just trying to get people. Is she raising money for something or awareness?
I don't think so. I think it's just a fun thing to keep people interested.
Yeah, there's no real races going on right now, so I think she figured might as well just see what I can challenge myself with.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool. And what about you, John? Other than, did you do the running too, or are you doing something different?
I've joined Pete on 2 runs recently. One was a 7-minute run on the beach, which I actually got really, really burnt that day. I am now peeling, and it's so much fun. And then what day did we run? Friday? Thursday?
Yeah.
Friday evening. And we made it about 3 miles or something like that. So, not running a whole lot. Took most of the week off last week from any kind of physical activity. And getting back to it today with chores. Oh, yeah. Went to the gym, mowed the lawn, did some painting. I've still got paint on my fingers. So...
Wow.
How about you?
Just kids are still in school. No one has been quarantined yet. Keep our fingers crossed. We actually, a couple degrees of separation, know a few people who have had to be quarantined. Thankfully, no one's been very sick, so that's good. My middle schoolers are both on the track team now. Their first meet is tonight, so I'm pretty excited. Yeah. Probably annoyingly so. I kept talking to them about it this morning, and they were just like, we just want to eat a bagel and go to school, leave us alone. But so that's tonight. So that'll be fun. They're both running at Delora.
What events?
So Amelia's going to run the mile and the half mile. Ferris is running the 400, and then he's in a relay 4x100. And I think he's doing the long jump too. So I guess we'll find out when we get there. It's been a little confusing. Either they aren't listening or they just don't know, but from what I could gather, that's what's going to happen tonight. So we'll see.
Cool.
So that's exciting. And working out, just running. I've been going to the gym and lifting some. So I feel like my arms are getting strong, my legs are getting strong, my abs, and strong is a relative term, strong for me. So I'm going to take it. I can hold planks for 90 seconds now. So it's pretty good for me. Never been big on planks and all that. So stay tuned to that. You never know.
We need to have a Katie's plank challenge.
Sure. Yes, we could do that. Let me practice a few more months so that I don't fail my own challenge. But we could come up with that. That might be a fun, like, holiday season or start to the new year. Run Brevard plank challenge, maybe. I don't know.
There you go.
You and Katie Johnson could definitely go like head to head because she's always trying to convince people to do planks with her. Usually it's like her and Maggie. Minutes. Yeah. They'll go like 2 minutes or something.
I don't know if I could hang with her and Maggie yet. I feel like I would need to train for that situation, but I could start training maybe someday. We'll see. But other than that, we've all been a little bit busy, pretty busy, relatively speaking, with race management. As we know, the marathon and half marathon come up end of November, Thanksgiving weekend. But before that, we'll have our Ghostly Gecko, which we're going to talk about. And since the last time we got together, we successfully had our red carpet run, which was a half marathon, 10K and 5K challenge. And the big headline from the day is that it didn't rain.
Yeah.
That was good and surprising. I really did think you should have seen all the stuff I packed. I was ready, to be just drenched a couple times. I had extra clothes, extra shoes, boots, umbrella. I had a canopy I was going to put out at my split, and I didn't need any of it. Not one thing.
Yeah, so it was a very, very pleasant surprise. We got wet most of the day Saturday setting up and loading everything, and just kept checking the radar, checking the weather, and it just kept looking worse and worse and worse. And woke up and at 2:00 and still looked pretty bad. And like you said, loaded every piece of rain gear that I have into my bag. And we got up there and it sprinkled here and there while we were setting up. But overall, I think, it really actually worked out pretty good because it was overcast for a while. Just kept checking the radar and it kept looking better, and just let's get it in and get out of here before the rain comes.
Yeah, definitely. So I was at the 5K turnaround. So I saw everyone at the very beginning, and then I saw people as they came back on the 10K and the half marathon. And it was overcast the whole time. Everybody was so happy. I was happy because it was warm, but not like crazy. I had costume. I was really trying to be Roxy Hart from the musical Chicago, but every single person that ran by me called me Marilyn because my wig was short and blonde. So that didn't really exactly go the way I planned, but that's okay. If they thought I was Marilyn, I suppose that's not bad. But yeah, so that was fun. And at least everybody that passed me was happy and having a lot of fun. Of course, the 5K people were happy to turn around. I had to tell everyone else to keep going. So that's always fun because you get a few people that are like, really? I have to keep going? Yeah, you do.
You had some nice sunrise pictures that you got too.
It did. Yes. That is always like, I'm usually on the south course of the half marathon. I usually get a pretty good sunrise there. And then this race, the past 2 years, I've been able to see the sunrise, which is pretty great. So that was really nice. What about you guys? Where were you stationed during the race? Remind me.
I think Pete was a little bit everywhere. I started at the start. I was on Facebook Live at the time, which how like sometimes there's a delay, like when you start Facebook Live, it's like, it spins and it's like starting up now. And then I'm pretty sure I sat there for like a good 15 seconds before I realized that it actually started. And then after that, I went into the timing room, which is nice and quiet. And it was very cold in there, actually. So like later on in the day, it was actually pretty freezing, but it was nice initially. I think Dawn tried to take a nap at one point. Anne was doing most of the timing, and I was kind of just there spot checking stuff and making sure, because you see people hit like all the different splits, especially like when they're doing the half marathon. You see them hit 5K and 10K and turnaround, and then they hit those other two on the way back too. And then you have like some people that like maybe they didn't read it a split, or maybe they were signed up for the half, but they never did a half turnaround, but they got the 10K, and then they got the 5K again. And so like you're switching people from half marathon to 10K because, you can tell that they didn't end up doing the half. And then other people tell you at the finish line, oh, I only ran the 10K instead of the half, or I ran the 5K instead of 10K. So switching people from different events to the other. So that's where I was most of the race. And then didn't have to do too much packing up. I didn't have to sweep a red carpet this year. But
it was a vacuum this year.
Yes, Mark Malbeck came out of nowhere with a vacuum.
And it was not a big vacuum.
No.
It was like in between a normal size vacuum and a dustbuster.
Mm-hmm.
So it was taking him kind of a long time. I think eventually, because we thought it might rain, we were like, okay, that's good. Just roll it up. He did come out with a vacuum. So you didn't have to show up and do the push broom, pull broom, whatever.
Yep. There's always next year.
Unless we get the vacuum out there again. That's really funny. So there were 146 finishers for the 5K, 151 for the 10K, and 181 for the half. And that came out to 479 in-person finishers, but then there were also another 51 virtual. So that's pretty cool. And Running Zone's customer service manager, Katie Johnson, was the second female overall. So that's pretty neat. I saw her come flying by me when I was putting a few things away. And there were all sorts of snacks. And of course, the free beer from Dirty Ore made it a really great day, even though everyone was social distancing and not sticking around. But at least it gave them something to have after that long race.
Yeah, and unbeknownst to us, shortly before we got there, I think around 1 or 1:30, there was an accident on 520. A Corvette came down off the bridge at 80 to 85 miles an hour and lost control and took out the median and a bunch of other stuff. And so when we got there, they were the Cocoa PD and Public Works were still kind of cleaning up that mess. And I think they unintentionally kind of put most of the mess on the sidewalk that we were supposed to be running on. So we had to do a little last minute adjustment there. But I think everybody else made it through all right.
Yeah, there's always like a little something, right? I was missing a piece of equipment out of my split.
That's
I had
right.
to call you, Pete, and have Emily come save the day. I was almost 100% set up, and I realized I was missing a key piece of equipment. But
I'll take partial responsibility for that. I was helping load stuff into your car the day before. And there was a lot going on. It was raining. We were trying to load other stuff into the big truck. So I'll take partial.
And we spilled bottled water everywhere.
Oh, yes. Yep.
We lost like a pallet and a half of bottled water when we were trying to load it on a lift gate that was too small.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good times.
I think when we loaded my vehicle, it wasn't raining yet. I think you guys got poured on, or maybe it was in between. It rained and then rained later because it was just starting to rain when I got there. But either way, that's what we're good at with race management, right? Like thinking on our feet and
adapt and overcome.
Exactly. So speaking of that, we have our Ghostly Gecko coming up very soon, October 24th. And this is, oh, wow. And does it glow in the dark?
Mm-hmm.
John, okay. So all participants get this beautiful glow in the dark medal. Let's see. Nope. Yep. There it is. Glows in the dark, and that's about it, but it's very cute. Our little gecko skeleton on there, and that is if you participate in person or virtually, you get the finisher medal. And this is an evening race. It is a 6 p.m. rolling start. We're starting at 6 instead of 6:30, which is normally what we do, so that we can space people out, stagger everyone. And there is a slightly different course this year with a separate start and finish. Same reasoning there. And you can see that map on runningzone.com, and then we'll have copies, and it'll be clearly marked at the race site. And this benefits O'Galley High School's Health and Wellness Academy. There will be a random giveaway of an iPad and free beer at Squid Lips after the race. So you don't want to miss it. This is a very family-friendly run. I know at least 2 of my kids are going to do it. We'll see if we can get some other people in the family to come out for it as well. Do you guys have your costumes figured out yet? Or are they a secret?
Not quite.
Not quite.
I haven't figured them out. So I guess they're not a secret because I don't know what the unless it's unbeknownst to me.
Yes,
Maybe I don't know.
To you too. Yeah, I was just texting with Ann Mitchell because usually at least the ladies of race management try to coordinate. So we've got some pretty good ideas. I'm not going to share because we haven't decided yet, but we've got a few good ideas going. So make sure you look for the ladies of Running Zone when you're there because surely we'll be doing something fun. What about regular Halloween? Are you guys doing anything this year? Or I think Amelia might be too young to trick or treat. Are you going to go to any like trunk or treat or events, or is she going to dress up?
We're kind of working on that.
Okay.
We've looked at a bunch of costumes, and I just keep telling Laura that that's just going to be way too hot for her. She runs hot just like me, and she's constantly sweating. So to put her in a giant banana outfit or a dog outfit with a big old helmet, basically, and where are we going to go? I don't know. Probably not anywhere. So I think we're going to put a bowl of candy out and call it a day.
Yeah, we've got like little gift bags we're already making just to leave out, like individually packaged. We are probably going to trick or treat. Our neighborhood does it. Assuming people have things set out like relatively COVID, like we're not going to go to anyone's door. There's people in their driveway. We'll get candy from them. My kids are already talking about their costumes. I think we're going to go this weekend to get them. And I'm still deciding on mine. I have a few ideas. So sometimes I just go really crazy. I was Marge Simpson one year and I didn't tell the kids. So when they woke up, I was in the kitchen, like in a full costume with my blue hair. And they really got a kick out of that. But I don't know this year. I have a few ideas.
You had your chance to workshop a costume idea at Red Carpet, and it sounds like you might need to move on to another one.
Yeah, it didn't work out the way I wanted, unless I like actually start singing songs from Chicago. But then that would imply people know the musical. So I could sing songs from that and they would still think I was Marilyn. So it's out. One idea, I know it's really basic, is Wonder Woman. I've wanted to be Wonder Woman for like 10 years, but either a child wanted to do it. My friend Corin did it one year. Pam did it last year. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is the year. I'm like, this is the year for a Wonder Woman and maybe I should just do it. But I have a few other ideas too. So we'll see. We'll have to check back in on that in our next episode.
Yep.
And what about you, John? Regular Halloween outside Ghostly Gecko?
I have no idea. It's usually like a last minute thing for us. Like, should we buy candy for Halloween or should I eat the candy that we bought? So we'll see.
Yeah. I buy candy I don't like. And then I take a few of the kids, let them pick some, and then we usually get rid of the rest. Because it's just...
If we do it, we usually just like sit in the driveway. Like we don't usually like people come to the door because like our dogs will just start barking like if they knock or if they ring the doorbell or something. So if anything, we'll sit in the driveway, and then once we give up, we'll probably just stick the bowl out there. Or not do it at all this year. I don't know.
Or not do it at all. I mean, there'll be a lot of people that don't. One thing I actually really love about trick-or-treating, we just go in our immediate area, is we get to meet a lot of our neighbors, especially our older neighbors, who don't come out very much. And so they absolutely love the kids. But of course, like now with COVID, it's like, really, do I want like all my kids' germs around these older people? So we may not go to doors. Like I said, if people are in their driveway or there's a bowl sitting out or something, then maybe we'll do it. But that's one thing I've always loved. We've gotten to know people that we don't normally see. And unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case this year. So hopefully by next year. Or we talked about maybe making a few like Christmas treats to drop off a few of those places where we know the older people are located this year. We'll see.
One thing that usually happens on our street in Halloween, I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, but my neighbors for the past 2 years, they're like diagonal, like across the street from me. They have done a haunted house, like full on like chainsaws and strobe lights and everything. Like people go through their backyard, and I've never done it. I just hear the chainsaws going until like 10 p.m. at night. And I go to bed at like 8. So if I'm able to get to sleep, I'm fine. But if it's keeping me up, then I'm upset about it, cranky old man. But I've seen no signs of a haunted house this year so far. But I was asking Courtney that, I was like, is it safe to say that they're not doing it? She's like, I don't know. I feel like they we thought that last year also, and then it just was there. And so I don't know. It's still too early to call, but I always have that to look forward to / not look forward to. So.
I think you should just lean into the haunted house.
Like,
check it out.
There'll
Take
be
over
people
your own
like
chainsaw,
out in front of the driveway,
participate.
just like dragging a shovel, and then like when people walk by, they just like start like going after them and stuff. It's kind of weird because, like, I mean, we live pretty close to Sherwood Elementary, so there's a bunch of kids, that live in our area, and they kind of come down the street, and so they're all just like kind of creeped out by it. And I'm just like sitting in my driveway, and like, do you want some candy? Like, don't worry about them.
No chainsaws here.
Yeah, no chainsaws here.
Oh, that's so funny. When I would trick or treat as a kid, there was always this house, because up north, you have all the leaves, and there was a guy that would hide in the leaf pile. Mm-hmm. But you only make that mistake once walking by that leaf pile, because it's so scary. I remember I used to, like, even just normally wouldn't want to walk by that house if it wasn't Halloween, because I was so freaked out by the person jumping out of the leaves. So anyway, well, we will have to touch base on this next month and find out if Amelia was a banana, if John participated in the chainsaw situation, if I was Wonder Woman, etc. We'll have to revisit. And the race management costumes from Ghostly Gecko, of course. Right. And depending when you're listening to this, you can still sign up for Ghostly Gecko. And packet pickup is the week of the race, Tuesday through Friday.
Yep.
So it'll start the 20th.
Okay, great.
October 20th.
And if you're doing virtual, you can come in that way and pick up your bag of metal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right, even if you're not going to run. Okay.
On the topic of Halloween, though, we do have some new Halloween tanks in the store.
Oh, yes.
Run
I saw
tanks.
those in the notes. I want to see.
Yep.
Nice.
We got a sweet spider web logo, and then I really like that logo on the back.
I do too.
It looks sweet.
That looks really good.
Pete? It's a women's extra small. It's a little too small for me. But.
So you're going to try it on? No? Okay.
Yep.
What else we got in the store, Pete?
Along those same lines, from Gooder, we've got the Pumpkin Spice Nightmare. This is their Halloween frame for this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of the pumpkin spice latte myself, but sunglasses aren't bad. Can't see anything on a laptop with polarized sunglasses on, turns out. So I'm just going to hope that you're still looking at me in the same frame.
I may or may not have found that out when I was working from home at one point. Not at Running Zone. When I worked for a different company and I was working from home, and I woke up and I was a little hungover and had a bit of a headache, so I decided to wear some sunglasses inside. And then when I was looking at my computer screen, I had to tilt my head sideways so I could see what was going on.
Oh yeah, I can see a lot better that way.
Yeah, you got to tilt it. It's the way the filter works.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, so anyway,
if you ever see me at my computer at work and I'm just tilted sideways like this,
you just totally gave away your secret.
You did. I was just thinking that. Too many pumpkin spice shots of something. We know what happened.
Pumpkin pie vodka.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about some new shoes earlier when I first came on to you. What do you got?
We have shortly available here in the store is the Volo from Diodora. Looks really cool. Yeah. I've just put it on for a couple minutes. Very comfortable, a lot lighter than the other two shoes we carry from them. I'm just going to keep holding my neck this way and see if I can not injure myself. And John can give you more of the juicy details on this.
Tell us about this shoe, John.
Well, I haven't tried it on yet. They just came in today. So it is a Blue Shield technology cushion midsole like the Mythos 5 and the Mythos Elite is. So you get that nice soft what do they call it? Like a zero compression where like it squishes down, but it springs back.
It's very soft.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I can testify.
And from what Pete said, he tried it on today and said it's a little bit lighter in weight than the Mythos 5, and feels, you said, pretty cushioned too, right?
Yes, quite.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to drop by the store after this and check them out.
Get yours.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. Great. Non-Halloween related, we've got some new colors from some of our favorite socks. Got some new colors from Features Elite and this nice what is this? Heather Rose, if you like that. And we've also got Soft Moss. Nice little green and pink. And the features elite styles. And then we've got some reflective Belega Enduro, the quarters. So the high visibility and reflectivity for running at night, as we know the time change is coming quickly, and we will all mourn our loss of daylight.
I think there's a couple new features, crew length socks too, which the patterns on those look pretty sick to me. One looked kind of like a sunset almost. And I forget the other one was. It was like kind of geometrical diamond-like.
Yep. All right. Halloween's over.
Halloween is over.
All right, that's it.
Except not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Yep.
And pumpkin spice stuff extends beyond. So that'll be around for a little while.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Last thing, not store related necessarily, but events related. We do have our turkey trot coming up on Thanksgiving. Don't forget about the turkey trot and the dangly little legs for the finisher medal.
That's so great.
It's a lot of fun.
I love that medal.
This is the first year we've offered a medal, and people have been pretty excited about it so far. I know we're excited about it.
That's all I have for show and tell.
Yeah.
You're going to have to run it virtually just to get the medal. And still be working it to do the virtual option.
Yep.
It's super cute. Awesome. So, Pete, the bottom of our document here that you put together for us, you had a question. I don't know if you want to lead into that.
Could be
it was you.
A loaded question depending on how you look at it, but just for one last thing to cap us up before we go, I just wanted to see what's the best thing you've seen on the internet recently? Dog video, cat video, something funny. I don't know.
We'll have to ask you
maybe
guys
John.
on social too and see what you guys have any favorites of yours.
Definitely. Yeah,
I think
the cat and dog videos to us for sure. Go ahead, John.
I was going to say one thing I'm sure everyone has seen now is the guy skateboarding with the. Did I take yours?
Yeah, of course.
You could finish it.
No, go for it.
I don't think I've seen it. What is it?
Where is he from?
Idaho.
And he works in a
potato factory. Yep.
His truck broke down one day, and he took this video of him longboarding, drinking like a half gallon of cranberry juice and listening to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. And the video went viral. And it's got like 22 million views, and it was like on TikTok or Instagram or something.
TikTok, I think.
And Ocean Spray ended up giving the guy a truck
full of cranberry juice.
Loaded with cranberry juice. And I don't know, he's got these like GoFundMe campaigns now of like people just giving him money, and it's kind of goofy. And then there's been different parodies of that video since. Like there was a guy with a sweater, and he had a pumpkin head. And he's drinking a pumpkin spice latte, and he just dumps it on himself. So I'm sure you'll see it in the next couple of days, and you'll think of us.
I'll have to look it up. Yeah, you know me; I'm always behind on these things. So by next episode, I'll be all caught up on it, and there'll be like 3 more viral things that I've missed.
The internet remains undefeated.
Yes, I've liked. I don't know if you guys have seen celebrities posting like nude pictures of themselves. You can't really see anything, but it's this whole campaign to get people to vote and register to vote. And so let me see, I've seen I think Elizabeth Banks was one that I saw, maybe Alec Baldwin, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kelly Ripa. I don't know, there have been a few. And basically we
must be subscribed to some different stuff, because I have not seen any of these.
I'm talking about naked people, you guys are talking about potatoes, whatever, but I don't know. It's just my feed, but you can't see anything. You can tell that they don't have clothing on. And then it's like, well, now that I have your attention, register to vote. I don't know. If you guys want, you can fall down that rabbit hole once we are done with this podcast. You're welcome. And also I saw a lot of really cool stuff around World Mental Health Day, which was a couple days ago. Lots of really cool memes. Lots of, again, so I guess I follow a lot of celebrities. I don't know. But a lot of celebrities posting their own stories, hotlines for people to call, that sort of thing. So in both cases, celebrities using their fame and their followers for something important. It's not just because they're naked, but whatever. And I think that's all I can really think of. What else, guys? Anything else internet related?
I think that's a whole separate podcast.
Right. Exactly. We could go into all sorts of things. Well, it was good to see you all. And I know that we'll have a lot to say next month because Ghostly Gecko will be done, but we'll have Turkey Trot coming up.
Turkey Trot.
Half marathon, marathon. We'll have to start thinking ahead to the Jingle Bell Run, which is just around the corner as well. It's going to be a busy month for us with race management things, October, November, and December, which is great. That's how we like it. Like stay busy.
Pete,
wow,
I was thinking this earlier.
Bling.
What's the last race you ran that you got a medal from? What's the last thing you?
I don't have a clue.
Not to put you on the spot.
What's the last race I ran? No idea.
You've run like some virtual marathons a couple times lately. Not like I did some
virtual 5Ks from a couple of different people, but
yeah.
The last time I ran a race, I'd have to look up on Athlinks and see what my
see what it says.
My last thing was. I do have my medals at home still from most of my distance races, and Amelia likes to play with them, so that's what they're used for now.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I ran the tailgate 2-miler virtual and the firecracker.
Nice.
Yeah, those are the last
two. Mine was Shark Bite earlier this year.
Nice. I've never done that one. I want to do that one. That's definitely on my bucket list for sure.
It was before the world shut down.
Hold on.
Well, Pete, you were decked out. This is an exciting month. That shoe looks great. I love the colors.
It does.
It does.
Looks really good with the Run Brevard. Yeah, just like the whole thing you got going on there.
I'm just
everyone should want to sign up for these
pumpkin
races.
Spice.
Buy these shoes, buy these glasses, buy this shirt, all of that.
Pete's trying hard for a viral video now.
Yeah.
No, please. I don't want anybody to know who I am.
That's too funny. Awesome. All right. Well, I will see you guys on here next month. And if you're watching or listening, make sure that you are following Run Brevard on social. That's at Run Brevard on Twitter and Instagram, and Run Brevard's group on Running Zone's Facebook page. And again, leave us a 5-star review, please. And we will be back here again in November. And until then, you can keep up with us also at runbrevard.com. We'll see you next time.